Decided to have the right amount of people in the right position, and everything now is there to have the base to fight the championship in the future.
Michael Schumacher is a retired German Formula One racer who raced for Jordan, Benetton, Ferrari, and Mercedes. Schumacher has a joint record of 7 World Drivers' Championship titles, and when he retired from the sport in 2012, he held the records for the most wins, 91, pole positions, 68, and podium finishes, 155, as well as the records for the most fastest laps, 77, and the most races won in a single season, 13, all of which have since been broken by Lewis Hamilton.
Season for the championship. So they did. I mean, they had a great start of the year, and they even were able to sort of push through the year quite hard.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Michael Schumacher, but he's also known as the Red Baron. He was born January 3, 1969 in Herth, West Germany, making him 52 at the time of this production. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall. Aside from his professional life as the most successful single-seater race driver in history, Michael Schumacher loves horse riding, skydiving, motorbike racing, football, skiing, and scuba diving. He's also a philanthropist. During his career, Michael donated tens of millions, possibly hundreds of millions of dollars to global charities. The exact total amount is not known because much of his giving was done anonymously. However, it's reported that in his last 5 years of driving, he donated a total of $50 million to UNESCO. Over the years, he's donated a total of 1.5 million euros to UNESCO. In addition, Schumacher paid for the construction of a school for underserved children in Dakar, Senegal. He also supports a hospital for child victims of war in Sarajevo. Michael also donated $5 to $10 million to the Clinton Foundation. In 2003, he was appointed as an ambassador at large for the Most Serene Republic of San Marino. In 2004, he donated $10 million to help victims of the Indian Ocean earthquake. Schumacher funded Palace for the Poor in Lima, Peru, a charity for helping homeless children get an education, food, clothing, and shelter. Michael married Karina Betch in August 1995. Together they have 2 children, daughter Gina Marie, born 1997, and son Mick, born 1999. The family has 2 dogs. One of them was a stray dog with whom Michael's wife fell in love in Brazil. The other one is an Australian shepherd named Ed, who made headlines when he joined the family. In fact, in 2007, Schumacher personally drove a cab through Coburg, Bavaria to fetch the dog and allow the family to catch their trip back to Switzerland. Michael has always been adamant about keeping his personal life out of the spotlight. Moreover, he's never been into any affairs or scandals.
He's certainly the highlight of motorsport, and he's great to drive a car. Absolutely, yes. I enjoyed when I've been in Nürburgring to drive the car.
Michael Schumacher was born in Herth, which at the time was part of West Germany. Michael, the son of Rolf and Elizabeth Schumacher, was born with speed in his blood. When Michael was just 4, his father put a small motorcycle engine in his pedal cart. With his parents' support, he became the youngest member of the karting club at the karting track in Kirpenhorum. At the age of 6, Schumacher would win his first club championship. He would continue racing throughout his childhood and teen years, winning many of the championships in German and European kart races. Although regulations in Germany require a driver to be at least 14 years old to get a license to operate a kart, Schumacher obtained a license in Luxembourg at the age of 12. From the time he got his German license in 1983 on, he won many German and European kart championships. Michael made his Formula One debut in 1991 at the Belgian Grand Prix. He hit his stride in 1994 when he won 6 out of 7 races. In 1996, he joined the Scuderia Ferrari SPA racing team. The team struggled for years to win a championship until the arrival of Schumacher. Michael began winning races for the struggling team practically overnight. This success became especially apparent in 1999 when Michael won the prestigious Constructors' title. Though his career was on fire in the late 90s, the next decade would bring another string of highly successful and lucrative wins. Beginning roughly in 2000, Schumacher would go on to win more championships than any other driver in the history of racing. He won the Formula One World Drivers' Championship 7 times, 1994, 1995, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, and 2004. He won the World Championship in 2000, his third one, Italian Grand Prix, and the Japanese Grand Prix. His success would dwindle down around 2005, and in 2006 he announced his retirement. In 2010 he announced a comeback with Mercedes GP. He produced the fastest qualifying time at the 2012 Monaco Grand Prix and finished third at the 2012 European Grand Prix. With this, he became the oldest driver to ever achieve a podium since Jack Brabham's second-place finish in 1970 at the British Grand Prix. Over the years, Michael has found himself embroiled in various problems. Some of these include dangerous driving citations and penalties and alleged foul play. Tragically, Michael's career was cut short after a skiing accident in December 2013 that left him with a traumatic brain injury. He had been out skiing with his 14-year-old son Mick in the French Alps when he fell and hit his head on a rock. He suffered severe head injuries despite wearing a ski helmet. According to physicians, he would have died had he not been wearing the helmet. Schumacher was placed in a medically induced coma for 6 months and has not been seen in public since. He regained consciousness in June 2014 and was transferred to further rehab in Switzerland. Michael was finally able to be brought home for further recovery in September 2014. In November 2014, it was reported that Michael was paralyzed and in a wheelchair. He was unable to speak and suffered memory loss. In September 2019, Michael was transported to Paris to undergo an advanced stem cell treatment in the hopes that it might help him recover.
I have a friend that he builds go-karts. I do actually test drives and development for him. Yeah, karting is a fascinating world that I still love to be involved in.
Michael Schumacher is one of the richest Formula One race car drivers. He began racing at a very early age and is today considered to be the most successful Formula One driver of all time. His career spanned from 1991 to 2006, letting him earn millions of dollars through match fee, endorsements, and sponsorships. In 2004, Forbes magazine ranked him as the world's second best paid athlete. His income in 2004 was estimated to be approximately $80 million. In Forbes magazine's list of the world's most powerful celebrities, he was rated 17th. Advertising provided a substantial portion of his income. For example, in 1999, he was paid $8 million for wearing a 10 by 8 centimeter advertisement on his post-race cap during a 3-year period. The agreement was renewed through 2010. Michael Schumacher's net worth is estimated to be $600 million. Michael and his wife own an enviable real estate portfolio that spans the globe. At the time of his accident, Michael and his wife Karina's primary residence was a mansion in Switzerland located on the shores of Lake Geneva. They also own a horse ranch in Texas, as he and his wife were both very passionate about horses. In 2018, Michael's wife bought a $40 million property in Majorca, Spain that spans 160,000 square feet. Cars you'll discover in Michael's garage include a 1988 4ML Ford, a Sauber Mercedes C291, a 1991 Jordan 191, a Ferrari F310, a Ferrari FXX, a F1 2000, a Ferrari Enzo, a F1 2004, a Mercedes SLS AMG, a Ferrari 599, and a Mercedes GP F1. Previously, Michael owned a luxury private jet, but his wife sold it back in 2015. According to German media reports, she reportedly sold the private jet for $50 million. Since his near-fatal skiing accident in December 2013, she's thought to have concluded that her husband was unlikely to use them.